is episode 6 of my mini Easter series to make you a beautiful Easter table. And today I'll show you my favorite childhood treat, how to make Korzinochki. And Korzinochki, oh my god, basically they are sweet short crust pastry filled with sour type of jam and then topped with meringue. Oh my god, guys, it's so good. I used to have them every single time I was little, and up to this day, I'm 30 years old now, still to this day I buy it like 2 or 3 at a go and I eat it. And I used to love it as a little girl. My granny actually used to make them from scratch, and she had a pastry shop when I was a little girl, and I would just lick the bowl from the meringue as well. I just have these like amazing memories. And I wanted to create this dessert so much. You've been requesting it, so finally it's here. We are going to be making the pastry from scratch, and I've added actually sour cherry jam. Another jam that really works is cranberry jam that I recommend using, and maybe more traditional, and then topped with creamy meringue. Oh my god, so good. There's no point in me telling you, you just have to go and make it because they are like to die for. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying my mini series on Easter recipes, and let's get started. In a bowl, add your butter together with sugar, and we're going to be making our short crust pastry first, but this is slightly different to the typical one that you do. You want to blitz this together with your whisk. I use an electrical whisk because it's a bit easier. So combine your sugar and butter together until it's very light in color and super soft. So this will take about 5 to 8 minutes. Just keep whisking until it's nice and pale. Then add your egg, and you're going to whisk everything one more time. You want to make sure everything is combined nice and well. Then you want to add your sifted flour inside and combine everything together with a spoon or spatula until all the ingredients come together, and you will see that the dough is becoming nice and soft. You can also use your hand if you want, but try not to, as your hands are warm. So just try and incorporate everything as quickly as you can with a spoon, and then just combine everything with your hand into a nice soft mixture. It will be very, very easy to work with this dough, and it doesn't take a long time to create this. I find that it's best to leave it to chill for about 1 hour in the fridge because it has a lot of mixture and wetness in there. So we want to make sure that it chills for a little bit. As some of you know, I have launched my online cooking school where you can learn how to make the most amazing cakes ever. I've got level 1, 2 and 3 for beginners to advanced, and you'll be able to learn the beautiful mousse cakes. You can also do this as a gift for somebody who loves cooking and baking. I think it's an awesome present. And of course, if you wanted to learn yourself. Each course has over 20 to 40 video lessons in there where I teach you all the skills, different cakes and unique designs. We also have a Facebook community group for all the bakers that join my course, and you will have my unlimited support throughout teaching and learning. I really hope to see you in my online cooking school, and if you have any more questions, then leave the comments down below. Once your dough has been chilled, you want to add a little bit of flour and add your dough and just knead it a few more times until it's nice and super soft. We're going to divide this into 12 little pieces. Now you can have more or less from this dough depending on the ramekins that you will be using. So it's completely up to you. So divide your dough accordingly to how many of these you're going to be making. The pastry, when we roll it out, needs to be very, very thin. And you don't want a thick pastry as it will puff up as well, and we want to make sure that we put the jam inside. So just roll out a nice thin piece, and just constantly add flour on top and onto your rolling pin once you roll it out, as it's very sticky and very very sticky to work with. And then you just want to add that pastry inside your mold, and just kind of using your fingers, press it on top and on the sides, making sure that you have no holes and it's nicely tight and packed. And just go around, and if you have any pieces of dough missing or you feel like it needs more dough, just pinch more dough and just add that inside. Just to show you again, you just gently roll it out, and you see how sticky that is. Just turn it around and very, very gently move it up and down. And then transfer the dough into your pastry ring. I'm using obviously bottomless as well. And just kind of glue it on the sides and put the pastry in there. So this would be similar to making any other pastry tarts, that you might want to do in the future. You can, add jam and fruit and so forth. So just add your pastry inside. It doesn't have to be perfect, just perfect enough to have no gaps. So like you see, I have a little gap there. Just add more pastry and press with your finger and just glue them together. So do all of this for all your pastry rings, and you can place this in a fridge to set for a little bit if you want to. If you're not patient, you don't have to do that. Just set them aside and bake straight away. But it's really important that you prick the pastry with a fork. So just go around the edges and just prick it on top and on the sides. This will prevent it from going up. And then we're going to bake these in the oven until they're nice golden and brown. So I'll leave all the details on my website for how long you need to bake them for. In the meantime, I'm gonna make my meringue. So add your egg whites into a bowl together with sugar and just whisk it very, very gently until it becomes nice and smooth mass. And we're gonna do this on a water bath. So put a large pot onto your stove and start boiling your water, and then transfer your egg white and sugar bowl on top. The water needs to be very sort of minimum on medium heat, just so it's warm enough. You don't want to cook the eggs. And then take an electrical whisk, or of course you can do this with a manual whisk, but trust me, it's very, very hard work to do it manually. And just whisk your mixture until you start to see nice soft white peaks. So this process will take 5 to 10 minutes or so. But you need to make sure that all the sugar melts in your meringue and it starts to become nice and volumized. Once you start to see that it's becoming more volume, you want to take this off the heat and then place it onto your counter and whisk it for further 5 minutes until you really get nice and soft peaks. And there you go, you've got your beautiful, beautiful meringue. Just look at that, so beautiful. I can eat this with a spoon. So we're looking for nice stiff peaks. Now I'm using a star nozzle and a piping bag to pipe these. So add that into your bag and then place your meringue inside. You might need to make more or less meringue depending how many mini sort of pastries you're making. So this should be enough for 6 large ones, but just have a look when you do it. Once your pastries have cooled down, you want to take them off the ring, and you can see the pastries are perfectly brown. Look at that bottom, it's beautiful, and they haven't risen, which is exactly what we wanted to. So just take them off, and now this bit is completely optional in a sense what jam you can put. I like to put the sour cherry jam. You can also use cranberry jam, which is amazing. And you do want to add a sour jam because the pastry is sweet, the meringue is sweet, so you want to kind of like a sourish jam inside to balance the flavors. So you want to add quite a generous amount of your jam. And then take your meringue and just pipe down all around the edges and on top all the way so it looks nice and big. So just kind of start going in circles all the way to the top and creating this beautiful, beautiful pile. Oh my gosh, guys, these are so amazing. Honestly, my favorite things in the world. So once you've done all of them, feel free to decorate them with some shaved chocolate. I'm adding some dried freeze raspberries. It's completely up to you. You can just leave them plain as well. And there you go, guys. This is how you make these beautiful Korzinochki. I absolutely love them. Let's have a look how they are inside. So I'm actually using these amazing kamikoto knives that were sent out to me, and they are used by Gordon Ramsay and all the other chefs. So do check them out. I'll leave the links below, and you get $50 off if you order these knives. So that's a little present for me. And just look how beautiful these jam Korzinochki are. Absolutely amazing. I hope you make this recipe, guys. Thank you so much for watching.